It's now up to you to cast the sole vote to evict.
With finale night just days away, it's time to make some tough decisions, and that includes whether or not to cut your best friend before the end. But will the Minutemen make it to Final 3, or will Matt and Jag have to end their bromance prematurely?
These guys that win, they let their duo go.
The road to finale night starts here, so let's talk about it. Episode 40 of season 25 of Big Brother. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is PopCulture Social Call. With only 4 people left in the game, and 2 of them being her allies, Bowie Jane's HOH win kind of put her in a tough place. Of course she's going to nominate Felicia, but will it be Matt or Jag sitting beside her? Jag's really been putting in the work to get close to Bowie the past few weeks, but part of Matt's jury pitch is that he's never been nominated.
I'm in a pickle.
Who to choose, who to choose. You know what, let's make it fair and square and pick a number 1 through 100.
73.
Well, it was 70.
It was 70?
I don't know how you both did 70s.
I said 77.
Tough luck, Matt. Or not luck at all.
Okay, you say, I'm thinking of a number, 1 to 100, whoever's closer.
And then just say which one you say.
And say something that's closer to what I said.
Sneaky, sneaky, Jag. And truly, Matt, come on, you sweet summer child.
I beat him fair and square. Or not so fair and square.
With Matt and Felicia on the block, everyone knows the only thing that really matters this week is power of veto. The winner will not only save themselves, they'll be the only person to cast an eviction vote.
God.
Tensions are high, so let's take it to the jury house for a minute. Cirie makes her grand entrance, and everyone's pretty surprised.
Who, what, where, when, why, how?
Cameron's impressed that Jag's been taking everyone out of the game like he said he would, and tying the record for most vetoes won in a season. But Cirie is Team Matt. She's not wowed by Jag's competition prowess.
I would give Jag that same congratulations if he wasn't playing against 2 senior citizens, 1 airhead and 1 idiot.
Speaking of competitions, we've got that final veto, and it's our classic timeline memory challenge. Although this one threw in some more random events, which was fun.
And you expect me to know exactly when Red's birthday was? Or even Corey wearing Blue's outfit?
Fun but futile, Jag wins this veto too, breaking the veto record with 7 wins in a season. Congrats to him, but I kind of agree with Cirie earlier. Sorry, Jag. With the veto in Jag's hands, Felicia has to convince him to cut his bestie Matt over her, and she doesn't even have to lie. She reminds Jag that while he's the comp beast of the season, Matt's social game may have outpaced his.
Competitively, you've outplayed him now. Relationship-wise, I don't know.
Much to consider, but not really, because Jag was never gonna evict Matt. Those 2 are too close. Felicia is sent packing by Jag's sole vote. Ugh, bye Mama Fee, we'll miss you forever. She tells Julie that she definitely respects the duo's loyalty to one another, but does she think it was the right move for Jag's game?
Not at all.
I agree, but what do you think? Who wins out of his final 3? Coming in to talk endgame with me is my big brother buddy and co-host Nick Valdez. He's here to talk about endgame with me. Hey Nick.
Howdy everybody, thanks for having me.
So happy to have you here, especially now that we are heading into finale night. I've got to know right off the bat, what did you think of last night's episode? What did you think of Jag deciding to cut Felicia in the end?
I don't know how I feel about this top 3. I don't know. Like, I love how Taylor actually pointed this out and how the game has changed to be basically all competitions now.
Yeah.
Like, I guess because it's such a long game, there's, like, everyone's kind of set in their ways already, right? Like,
right.
There's not going to be a last-minute gambit to change somebody's minds. It's, I have to win these competitions or else. And because Jag has been winning, it's like, well, this really is more of a steamroll than, even we kind of predicted. Like, it's straight up like a dominant, like, I'm going to take myself to the end, and whoever else is here, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer to watch the competitions be such a big thing and then watch them be, I know some of them are the same, but I feel like they've gotten more physical as the years have gone on. So Of course, Felicia and Cirie are not having as good of a chance as Matt and Jag. We heard Jag the other week be like, oh yeah, I played every single sport in the world, and Matt is an Olympian. Like, it's unevenly matched there. And you're right, people are so set in their ways after like 100 days that the social aspect of it goes away a little bit. I mean, the jury, obviously, there's jury management, but I feel like in the end, of course, Jag was not going to cut Matt, even though that is the right choice.
Felicia was trying to talk to Jag about hey, maybe play the game a little more, right? Yeah. Play the game a little differently. And Jag was like, no, that's not happening. And that's ultimately where I was like, man, if this were any other season, we would have got a little bit of hint of maybe. Right? Like, it wouldn't have been such a shutdown. It wouldn't have been like, yeah, okay, and then in 1 year and out the other. Like, just Bowie Jane straight up lying to people's faces. It would have been like, oh, okay, maybe there's a chance. But no, it's literally been in 1 year, out the other with these conversations. It's kind of a bummer, but also it's like, well, they did play to get here. So at the same time, I'm like, okay, top 3 is fine. It's just... yeah. A little bit rough how we got here.
Agreed, and I wish Jag would lean into his villain era a little bit more. I was really hoping he would cut Matt because he's a smart guy, he's a good player, in that I know that he knows that that's the right thing to do, but he's just not willing to do it. We did get to see a glimpse of this villain side though, but I was so excited to see from him whenever he did the pick 1 through 100 thing with Bowie Jane to trick Matt. And I was like, this is the Jag I want to see. That was really smart, and I can't believe that Matt fell for it.
At the same time, it's also making me root for Matt even more. So,
well, it would have been great if Jag had done that and then gotten rid of Matt. But the fact that he did that and then didn't, I was like, well, I guess you don't want to be on the block, but still, it's not as exciting of a deception, I suppose.
It totally isn't, especially when Jag and Bowie Jane have their own little thing going on, right? Yeah. And how Jag is trying to get to the end with Bowie Jane, apparently, who, like I've said before, Bowie Jane really hasn't been playing, but I guess now she's picking this is the time to actually do things. And, maybe it's not such a clear-cut top 2 than we'd think, but I don't know. That's the thing. It's who's going to be the one to betray the other one, right?
Let's actually talk about the top 2 possibilities and go back and forth about who we think would win each one. So let's say that Bowie and Jag go to the end with one another. Who do you think wins?
Ooh, I guess out of the 2, I don't know, maybe Bowie Jane.
Really? You think Bowie Jane? If it's Bowie Jane, then we know someone in the jury is being bitter, because I feel like she did win 3 HOHs though, and she had a good social game. So,
yeah, and Jag's burned so many bridges, and and he is hitting his peak at the right time. He has a lot to argue for, but at the same time, there are so many people in the jury house who are like anti-Jag and openly anti-Jag, and that's probably not great.
That's true, but I do, Big Brother juries, I feel really hate a floater, and Bowie Jane is openly floating back and forth the entire time. And what did Sarit call her? Sarit straight up called her an idiot. Yeah, it was either an idiot or an airhead. I don't know which one she was talking about, with Matt or with Bowie. It was iconic, but yeah.
That's so true, because at the same time, right, it's you vote the one who played the best game. And begrudgingly, many would probably say Jag in that situation.
But what about Bowie Jane and Matt? Because I feel like we're comparing more social games. It's a little bit more of a fair matchup there.
Yeah, it's definitely Matt, I would think. Mostly because I really like Matt.
Yeah. I think everyone really likes Matt. I think it would be really tough to win against Matt. So let's talk about the final 2. What if Matt and Jag go together? I know we've talked about this in weeks past, but what do you think now that we've finally gotten our final veto out of the way? Who do you think wins?
If Matt has the guts to say, I'm the only reason you're here in the first place, then it's a done deal, right? It's a wrap. If Matt plays that ultimate card of well, you wouldn't even be here, then that's it. There's no argument against that. Jag really has no argument. But if Matt is a nice person and continues to be a nice guy, then it's going to be a lot tougher to actually get the win.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact is, he's played a really good social game. Everyone really likes Matt, whether or not they think he did a better job at playing the game. He might just get a few votes just because everyone really likes him, and that's part of Big Brother.
Competition aside, it's who do you like, and who would you actually want to hang out with after all this is over?
Yeah, well, we're going to have to see what goes down on Thursday night when we finally get the end of the season been a long season. Do you have any final thoughts about it before I say goodbye until finale night?
I'm hoping for some kind of shocking twist heading into the final two. I don't know, like, now's the time. Why not? Just give us one last shakeup of some kind from somebody. Somebody make a big move. I don't want to predict the final two.
You know we will be with you all the way, and me and Nick are going to be back next week to recap how it all goes down. So like and subscribe below, and head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor.
And I'm Nick Valdez.
And this is Pop Culture Social Call.